Welcome. How you scooping?
I'm as good as you look, ma. I'm as good as you look.
You're the hip hop. Look at hip hop, dog.
Back in the
Hip hop, dog.
Hip hop.
You know, I was wondering because we're using his soundbite, and obviously I don't think we are in the best terms. I was wondering if he would get spiteful and go and you know when they're sending out a lot of papers. I'm a cease and desist. I'm a nigga these days. I'm a what from lawyers. So I'm like, if I was a spiteful nigga and I wasn't getting along with somebody and they were using my voice note or my voice bite in their show, I would send him a cease and desist. But you're still a good guy if you let us roll with that.
Yeah. And of course, we are here for POPradio
Yep-o.
today.
Yep-o.
Quite keen for our guest for today. We do have the one and only Robot Boii. He's going to be chatting to us in a few moments just about exactly who he is, what he does, the many hats that he wears.
Sure.
And why you need to pay attention if you're not already paying attention.
That's what's up.
But of course, how we start with POPradio, we get locked and loaded on what's happening in Mzwakhe, what's happening on the music streets, what we're listening to, and what you should be listening to. Scoop, what's on your radar?
On my radar, damn.
What?
I know I'm not the best with this. But on the real though,
Yes.
I did meet a hip hop artist from Zambia.
Oh, okay.
He goes by the name of
I'm proud of you. Like, you're looking a lot more out of South
I
than
am.
before.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I reform. When I realize I'm wrong, I reform.
Yes. Okay.
So Leauti, he's from Zambia. He's in the country, and then we just linked up. His name is King_Illest worldwide on Instagram. He's been here before. We've met up, and now he's really trying to get into the hip hop industry here. Not per se get in, but work with artists from here.
Yeah.
Because I know South Africans might not realize this because Nati, we're looking to America or London, but on the continent, everyone is looking here.
Yeah.
You know, because we have the infrastructure. We have so many things. I mean, I was talking to him and he was like, yo, man, even with the influencer market, like, we make a lot of money from this influencer market here at home. And those guys don't see as much success, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just talking to him and he just sent me some songs. And I'm very interested because I can't hear what he says.
Of course.
But it still has a vibe, you know? He's looking to work with artists like Zuchi. I'm going to link him up with Abu PH.
Dope.
And then he's going to get into it. So opening up my ear to the rest of the continent.
Shout out, man. Okay, so the artist that I've been paying attention to recently is somebody who started out as an artist, put that on the back foot, went into acting, presenting, and then decided, okay, let me get back into the studio.
You're talking about cutting?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about somebody who was on season 2 of The Hustle. I'm talking about J Flow.
Oh.
Remember him?
No.
You What's happening? Anyway, I'll remind you.
Sure.
Okay, so J Flow was on season 2 of The Hustle. He did really well, didn't make it to the top 3 if I'm not mistaken. I think he got kicked out very not too late. I think he made like top 5, top 6 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Anyway, so he after The Hustle then kind of put the music on a little bit of a back foot and then said, okay, let me get into the acting, let me get into the presenting side. He was on Rhythm City for a while, Jesse Suntele. So he would play,
I know him as Jesse Suntele, yeah. Okay.
On The Hustle he was J Flow.
Yeah. Wasn't that season 3?
Was it 3 seasons?
Yeah, because it was 3 seasons. I did season 3 and Jess was in season 3.
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
thought
that's why I was got confused.
My bad.
No worries,
I
no
thought
worries.
I thought there were only 2 seasons. My bad.
No worries.
Okay, cool. So anyway, yes, he was on The Hustle. Did the music, put it on lock, and then he did the acting thing. Did Rhythm City, did a couple of presenting stints as well. And then now that I think Rhythm City is now ended, he then said, okay, let me focus back on the music. Just dropped an EP. It's called What Did You Expect? So he's a very big J. Cole fan.
Yeah.
So you can hear the influences coming through in his raps. He's very
very verbal and
very
lyrical.
Lyrical, bravados inside, whatever. What I do dig about the EP is that it's not too hard on the ear. Because sometimes like big rappers say too much and then you're like, but I don't know what's going on, you know? So I like that it's still audible even though he's about his lyrics. So shout outs to him. The EP is out. It's called What Did You Expect? Check it out, listen to it. I did play a couple of songs on the radio. Some people didn't even know he was a rapper because they know him as an actor. So I think that was also a little bit of a switch up because they know him as Mzee the lawyer, you know? But we've got another Mzee coming up just now on POPradio.
Great segue.
But yeah, check it out. J Flow's EP is out.
Nice.
All right, with that, we are going to make our way straight to our guest for today. I am talking about
Robot Boii.
Robot Boii. Introducing our guest for today.
The time has come. Yo, what's good?
Showcase.
What's hot?
_BO
Hey.
Which one is this one?
Robot Boii in the building.
Yes, sir.
What up? So thank you so much for joining us here on POPradio.
For sure. Thank you for having me out here. Big shout out Scoop. Big shout out Mascasmo.
What's your real name?
Mzwakhe Mbuli.
Oh, I thought it was Mzwakhe for some reason.
It's not. Is it?
Crits, crits.
Is it? Huh? Are you a junior? Full name junior.
Yeah.
So why don't you call yourself Robot Junior or something? You guys hate my jokes.
You where the crickets at? God damn it.
Yeah, we need crickets.
I'm kidding. Oh, she didn't win on.
You went too far, Cosmo. You went too far. It's all good.
This is why I'm not a comedian, and that's why Robot Boii is here to do the damn thing.
In the cut.
Yes, so you are Mzwakhe Mbuli Jr.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that, or some people know that, but you try to shy away from it.
Well, after this, they'll know that.
Well, you did put up the pictures on Father's Day, and it's crazy because one of your pictures had your dad with a mask on it, but you had the slide, and there was only under one guy who did the Nelson Mandela Road to Freedom besides Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. Pretty cool story. He came to the crib once upon a time on my dad's birthday to say what's up.
Sure.
That's like crazy, right?
Yeah.
It was that moment where I was like, oh, cool, maybe my dad is someone dope. But yeah, it's never been a thing for me because I believe I can be my own person. And that's what I've always wanted. So you don't choose who you're born into, the family born into.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not a thing. But shout out to him.
You kept it on the hush for a minute, and I think it was a great thing for you to do, honestly.
Yeah.
Trust me, you never want to be referenced as something through someone else.
Hey, because then you're going to be that guy. Like, you know how Maps is always being like, taking shots for his dad, like, you could have been a great soccer star, but too busy. You want to be a supermodel or what?
Yeah.
So I get it. You
Shout
know?
out.
How did your creativity, because, fuck, man, I mean, what do we label you as? We have a friend of mine who's in the studio today, and I was saying that, we're interviewing Robot Boii. She's from Germany.
Word.
So she was like, what does he do? And I found it hard to express what I only call you an entertainer, you know? And she's like, yeah, well, elaborate. And I'm like, he dances, he raps, he jivers, he does skits. You do so many things. What do you call yourself?
An all-round creative.
Yeah?
Because everything I do needs creativity.
Sure.
And all-round being every single function. That's why the name Robot, programmed by God.
Whoa. Okay. Shout outs to Robot Boii. All right, so obviously kind of growing up in a space where, like you mentioned, at some point you realize your dad is a somebody in the South A. You obviously then kind of took that decision to say, okay, I also want to find myself in the entertainment space.
Yeah.
When did you take that decision, and why did you then decide, okay, well, obviously I'm not going in this direction, but me, I want to be the funny guy and I want to go that direction?
I think that happened in high school, man. Like, although the dancing, the drumming, every talent I have now, I've always had then. I just decided to broadcast it after high school because I knew that it can bring something back to me and something on the table.
He's talking about the money.
The coins.
He's talking about the coins.
Okay.
Was social media alive during high school? Because was social media alive during high school?
Not that alive.
It was just Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah. And your BBMs, I think.
BBMs.
It wasn't really.
Instagram has really, like, a lot of people will have a lot of things negative to say about Instagram, but when I look at people like you really have transformed the platform, and it has helped you. Excuse me. It's really helped you get that money. If that platform wasn't there, what would be the alternative? A website or something?
Yeah, I guess it's YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Yeah, but the gram has really like stepped up a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also been like a free platform for you to be able to kind of put your content out there, just to be like, yo, this is who I am. This is how I'm trying to get myself out there. But obviously for you, that also wasn't something that you kind of then decided, I'm going to be a social media superstar.
Yeah.
What was your thinking when you actually got into it to then say, okay, this is how I'm going to get myself on the map?
That's a good ass question. So here's what I did, right? I got all these talents and I decided to run with the humor because everybody likes laughing. So I'm going to laugh my way
into
the
their hearts.
table that makes the decisions.
Nice.
Because everybody's like, ha 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 ha. Oh, Snap, he dances. Oh, Snap, he plays drums. Oh, he's got music. Oh, he's got hits. Oh, he does these things where everybody says, Pagati,
Inside.
location.
Sila.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, I was like, okay, cool. Let me jump onto this. Where I slowly form myself into the entertainment industry. Then maseng phakathi, then I'll start doing everything else that I'm good at.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to be compared as a dancer, compared as a musician, compared as a, you know what I'm saying? But like through humor, everybody just thinks you're cool and funny until they realize everything else that you have in your bag. And then
you always knew you were funny, or people always told you that?
Class clown, man. When the teacher comes in and says Mbuli, it's like, man, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody else has been laughing, so clearly I'm the problem. But turning that into something viable.
Yeah, man. And I guess also for you to kind of use this to get yourself into a bigger space. Obviously now you're doing big things with regards to I think it's OM Films, if I'm not mistaken, where you do these skits.
Agent R&B.
Agent R&B.
Still.
Yes, those ones. So how did that concept kind of come together with you and Offense?
So Offense has been working with a lot of the skit creators and doing different skits based on what's trending. So the load shedding thing being a problem, we did a skit called Agents of Shedding, where there was a lot of agents that were going into the house to like take out globes from, you know, the ceiling and remove batteries out of remotes. That was the funny part. Because, you know, on social media, people say, yo, E-level is staged about what? They're going to come blow the candle inside your house. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So we took that concept and we made that skit. But in that skit, there's like 4 agents inside the house, and then myself and Agent B were outside. So when we posted the skit, everybody was laughing at the whole thing, but they kept saying, yo, what's going on outside? Because those 2 cats outside, you know? So that was me and Agent B. We were like on our own tangent outside. And because that outside section got traction, we decided to make that a series. And that's how Agent R&B came about, yeah.
When I see your posts, bro, I always wonder how much of a production that happens. You know, you post and it's so entertaining. The last ones I remember were the Oppo one just recently.
Yeah.
The Spotify one is world class. If there were awards for Instagram
Shout out.
promotion for companies, I really believe that Spotify one will be the one. So production yakho yenze kanjani? Is it really easy because it looks easy, or is it something you sit down? Sorry, this is the word I was looking for. Pre-production. Do you pre-prod your skits? Do you pre-prod a lot of your content because it's tight, but it seems very easy to do? But anyone who's in the creative space can understand. But hey, ingadi khona umsebenzi ofikayo apha before le ntwana iyenze le nto yayo.
As much as production goes, it's all with the setting and the surrounding and the camera. But the actual content, that stuff is not hectic for me. So even literally like the Agent R&B stuff, we can have an idea to say, okay, when we get there, these guys need to be hijacked. But what we say is off the top.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's also, I think the flow of it is also just it's evident in the skits as well, because you can see you guys are literally just out there just like laughing for real, because it's like, how did you actually really just say that?
Sure.
You know
In
what I mean?
fact, with production, sorry to cut you, that's what takes long sometimes. The fact that we laughing on set, because we can say, okay, Scoop, you're gonna say this, cool, action, then Scoop says something else. Now, in my head, I had the other thing that he was supposed to say, and I said something different. So we all have like 2 laughs each. So like, Dafai, this is your second time laughing, bro. You can't do this. Okay, cool. Fash, my nigga. That's the last time you laugh. Okay, cool. Action. And then if someone else says something, you just have, and like some stuff is uneditable. If you watch OM Films' content, there's some parts where we're looking down. Because like, you know, it's off the top, and that's just the love of the creative art, man.
Yeah, man. But I guess sometimes the natural laugh is what gets people laughing as well, because you kind of feel the energy.
That's why the
coming
sitcoms
through.
in America have the little ha
Yeah.
chuckle at the end. Psychologically, they're inducing you to just enjoy the show.
Exactly.
Bars.
So do you ever feel like people just like look at you and they expect you to be funny? Like even on a day when you just don't feel like it?
Guys, here's the thing that I feel like sometimes the meme thing is the problem though. Like some people look at me and laugh before they even greet me. And I'm just like, okay, but, and then my face doesn't help. Then they start laughing again. So I think it's a cool thing though, because if you look at the greats, like from Charlie Chaplin to Mr. Bean,
Yeah.
them niggas say nothing and it's funny. And what I did is there was a time where I watched Kevin Hart come present awards, right? And he got there and he was like,
And people started laughing.
right? And people are laughing. And I was like, that's crazy. How do you get to a point where you're that funny even without saying anything?
Cat Williams
that's
also has it.
Yeah, right? And that's how I was like, okay, cool, the meme thing will work. And then I became a meme. And then, yeah. So I don't blame them. Aside.
The other thing that impresses me about you is how structural your business is, even though you are someone who does skits, or should I say does influencing posts. You've got a lot of structure in terms of the people around you, your management, your camera crews. Le team yakho, why organize anjani? Yazifikela kuwe, or how did you get into that professional space? Yokuba say, let me clean up this thing, and even though I'm funny, let me add some professionality into it.
I think here's what people must understand is that Mzee as a person, I'm very chilled and I'm very dope.
Yeah.
Like, yelandi polile cho, yandazi.
Showcase.
But the Robot Boii, the brand, is something else. So you don't have to really be emerged like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's work, it's work. Let the brand make its noise, but be a chilled person. Like, as a person, I'm very chilled. So the brand is like people that I can see can take it to the top, and people that think like me when it comes to work. And that's how I formed the team. Like,
Did they find you, or did you find them?
Kelvin's my best friend, pretty much. So
And what
Kelvin's
does he do for you?
He's my manager. And like diary organized everything and make sure you at this place at this time. Here's the video, here's the brief. Make sure it's 1 minute and make sure, you know what I'm saying? He just throws the information and then I just send him the finished product.
And how long you guys known each other?
It's been like, I think over 10 years, if not 9 or 8.
That's crazy. But you know, I love that your relationship was able to come to a point where you're able to make money with each other. Because we've mentioned a couple of times, especially on the POPcast, where we've said, hey, sometimes the friend manager thing doesn't really work out because the friend wants to jump on your steez.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bona, they don't really have the skills to make sure that the ship is running the way that it's supposed to. So obviously, did you kind of see that he had that thing to make sure that this Robot Boii thing is gonna work?
Yeah, because it's crazy. Like, I'd be chilling with him and then he gets an alarm like, bzz, go take out the washing, or bzz, remember this, bzz, remember that. I'm like, nigga, you got alarms for everything?
Yeah.
That's very administrative.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I need admin in my life.
Shout
like, I'm good
outs.
at this, but not admin. So what happened is actually the one time he was filming for me and someone asked for my number. I went to a gig. I'm like, yo, please come be, the photographer guy. Cool. He pulled up and the guy's like, yo, can I get your number? But I was still taking the picture. Then he just said, yo, put your numbers on this phone. The next day is like, yo, remember the guy that hit you up? Yeah, I called him and he's wanted ABC. So I just said this and this and that. You see? So that was the initiative he took, which is kind of like a management role. And that's how slowly but surely we became this power team.
Shout outs, man. That's dope.
Coming from social media, and in our meetings, I always you'd say to you, like, I really wish South African television could get a hold of you. And shout outs to Shimza and PH, for the lockdown house party.
Word.
How was that transition for you from the square on the phone to the square on the TV?
Again, when
Or
it comes
rectangle, depending if you have a plasma.
Wow. Shout out. Again, when it comes to creativity, for me, it's not much of a big deal, but I always believe that people should be able to adjust. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to adjust. So me getting on TV, having not been on TV before, didn't mean I wouldn't be able to do TV.
Yeah.
Find out what you need to find out, articulate your words more, smile and present, and you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me. Like,
was your high school a drama school?
Nah.
I was actually about to ask that. Did you go to NSA or something?
Never. Mondial High. Big shout out to Mondial High.
Really? Saudi.
Yeah, in the south.
Got you.
So that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I always encourage people. I say rather try and fail, because muscle failure, you know that you can't. Instead of assume. a lot of people have this assumed facts about them and they'll never know whether they'll be able to do something or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I've always been at. So from just social media to TV, I was like, okay, cool. I've emceed a stage full of crowds. Now I'm just speaking to a crowd that's either sitting on a couch, sitting on a bed, dancing on a table. So just adjust that and
wasn't it difficult for you? And I say this because obviously my having recorded 1 or 2 episodes, it's so hard. Like, you're so used to seeing like a sea of people and you're like, yeah, I'm rocking to the crowd. Same thing, because you feed off the energy of the crowd. Same thing as an MC. You need to be like, yeah, okay, coming up next. Wow. And when you're recording that to just the camera and it's just you and the camera guy, you don't have that same energy. You had to do that for like 2 seasons.
Ever. I think, and that's the thing, like also because I didn't have a script on the show, so there's no script. So everything I used to say, everything I used to add on was from the top, which I think lessened the pressure maybe.
Okay.
So instead of me saying, okay, Shims, okay. And up next we got Shims. Now I can just say, yo, the P stands for president, the H stands for hip hop, PH is in the building, let's go, let's get it.
Nice one.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's from the dome, it's like an easier flow. So I think that's what helped. But yeah, man, be able to adjust with whatever you do. Always try. And if you fail, you can't, but never assume because you could be the
and the feedback from the viewers, they were obviously enjoying your energy as
very
well.
Dope, very dope. And I want to say something. When Scoop said my social media, I think what got people the most is that if I was introduced to you from the show on TV and you came to my social media, you saw a whole nother world of more things. You know what I'm saying? So, which I think that was a positive. Because instead of them seeing the TV, it would be like, okay, so this is where I met him and this is all he does. But when you got on my gram, you saw less lockdown house party stuff and everything else. So that's how I kept the audience and that's how I grow with the people.
To the point where you traveled a lot also,
Yeah, I went to
Namibia.
Namibia. That was very dope.
And you got a presidential treatment there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in SA might not know because like Mzansi is the United States of Africa. Yeah, but so a lot of things and a lot of countries look at our entertainment industry as the leader. And a lot of people don't go to these places. How did that Namibia trip come for you and what were you doing there?
Yo, so I went to perform. I was a musician.
No ways.
Like, trust me. Like, that's why you see the name Robot. Now, you just press a button. Dance, okay. Act, okay. Comedy, skit, shoot, MC, voiceover. Like, that's why the name, right? Because you can just press a function. But there, I was like, they know Pagat inside word for word that side, bro. And then location, I'm still thinking location. So like, no, they know Pagat inside word for word. It's like, I was like announced from the car park, all the way from South Africa. You already know why we all here. And I was like, oh, this is cool.
That is really cool, bro.
You look so nervous, like introducing yourself.
Yeah, like I wasn't sure. I was like, is this me though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the love from, the spaces you've been in. But when you go to another country, and they just like, yo, from the airport. My first selfie was at the airport.
Yeah.
Dude's like, yo, can I take a selfie? I'm like, dog, you're supposed to be checking my temperature. What's good with you? But I was like, all right, let's go. 65 point whatever. And I'm saying like, all right, cool. So that was very interesting. And that's why also like the music thing, when I keep saying people need to try is because I never really wanted to be a musician like that because I feel like music is so big that it will change your whole, plan. You know what I'm saying? But be a brand so that whether or not I do music, I'm still Robot Boii.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to drop a track and it takes me to the top and now I'm a rapper or now I'm a musician or now, you know what I'm saying? Because whether the music works or not, I still need to be the brand. That's why I think I've done what I've done where if you see me, it's Java's like, Robot, I'm told I drive a train, I won't be shocked. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've built that thing where it's like, okay, I do so much things and I do it well. That's why I don't call myself jack of all trades because there's master of none in that.
Sure.
But he's like, I'm able to do so much in that space because, I've built that brand. So that's why, yeah.
I've listened to some of your music. You played me some songs. Are we getting a full project from you?
I was about to ask that.
Maybe not a full project, but a lot of features.
Okay.
So there's a guy called Duva. Just watch out for him. He's a dope producer and he's been behind the scenes for a while. He's been behind the scenes a lot of artists as well. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with him. And yeah, from hip hop to house to piano to everything. The adjusting thing I keep talking about.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask, with obviously Robot Boii, at some point people are going to expect you to always look like robot. Either today you are red, as we can see.
Sure.
Maybe tomorrow Uzawa Amber. The other day you're going to be green. What do the 3 colors say about you? What do you want people to know about you with those 3 colors?
That's a good question, guys.
Rastafari.
Do you have like a clap for
This is
yourself?
why I'm here.
A clap for yourself.
Yeah, you guys laughed at my joke earlier. It's
Nah,
fine.
shout out
It's
to
fine.
you. You came back heavy.
You got it back.
Here's what's crazy about the colors is that the colors don't really have much of a meaning like that. Because like I said, the name robot is because I'm programmed by God. It just so happens that a robot is this. So I needed something to identify my audience with and something that you'll see every day.
Got it.
Kind of remind you. You know, I get people that tag me on stuff when they've got robot peppers in the kitchen. Wherever people see red, yellow, green, they just like tag me and stuff. So that's what I do to the audience. It's a
great
remember
marketing
this
tool.
and have this. Do you know what I'm saying? So because
Yeah.
this is a different thing in other countries, but as long as Lagui robot and you know at the back TGDSOY, trust God, don't sleep on yourself.
Speak on the relationship with God, bro. Like I remember meeting you for your birthday. Do you want to drink? No, I don't drink. Oh, okay. Do you want some Habli? No, I don't smoke Habli. Went out with you a couple of times. No, I'm fine. I'm drinking. Like, and I realized that you are very spiritual as well.
Yeah.
And it comes across in your vibe yakho. Ungumuntu ongekho nzima emoyeni. Whenever I've met you, you're a very light-hearted, very light-shouldered person. And then I realized, the spirituality really does help him. Even the way you maneuver in the entertainment industry, you're quite humble, but you know that you're dope. So is spirituality sakho ground anjani, and how does it help you in here? Because you need some sort of an anchor up Glendale.
Yeah. So just quickly about the drinking stuff. Hence the energy that you're talking about on the show. Like I feel like I don't need the substance because I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still able to vibe and also the stereotype. A lot of people are afraid of coming in the industry because they feel like it's this whole hell place, and it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Like you are able to be a clean brand. Get it? You are able to be clean, right?
Wow.
But at the same time, do what you need to do. My spirituality, man, raised in the church, grew up in the church. You know, my sister's a pastor. You know what I'm saying? And
Do they still call him a pastor? When they
here's the thing, it's not really about the label but the work. Some people call
Showcase.
themselves pastors but don't do the work.
Sure,
Some people don't need the title but they out there pastoring.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Play drums at the church, you know what I mean? So it's just that thing of, look, everything is God given. So if it's God given, it must be on God level. And wherever I go, there'll always be a better dancer, better actor, better rapper, taller person, cooler swag, you know, funnier. So every talent that you have is like God given. So don't trust it that much. But the only thing you can trust in is the fact that you're unique. And there's only one of you.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of radio
Straight up.
presenters, a lot of MCs, a lot of influencers, a lot of DJs. But God made one of you. So there's only one of you ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Showcase.
just what it is, man. And that's where my trust lies always.
Shout outs. I can hear from your story that, especially with what you had just mentioned now. I mean, you're saying your sister's a pastor. Everybody obviously knows who your dad is. If they don't know, better ask somebody. But you seem very family orientated, right?
Yeah.
How is your relationship with someone like your sister who would be viewed as very like, you know, to the word, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what people think about pastors. And also with your dad as well, because he is who he is, people will always kind of see you as a reflection of him. How is your relationship, especially with yourself in the industry?
Myself in the industry. Sorry, you said family first?
Yeah. So I want you to speak on your family relationship and how they see you within the industry.
So I'm the last born in the family. Shout out to all the last borns in the
We
building.
here.
I don't know about all of this.
So, man, last born mentality, man. Always taken care of, always loved, always looked at as, you know. So everything, my upbringing is through them. So, you know, shout out to my sister, my elder sister, Utanda Nani. And the industry is like, they know how they raised me, so they don't really fear much in terms of me being in the industry. And also my dad knowing the industry, maybe that's why he also didn't want to have a hand in the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
He said nothing. He's just like, yo, if it happens, it happens. And now that it's happening, he's just like super proud, you know?
Talk to us about that. Sorry. Finish off first.
Yeah, you know, so, and then like in the game, man, I understand that the same principles you have in your family, you take them out, you know what I'm saying? So see people as your brothers, see people as your sisters, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how you grew up from Ikaya, you know? So you bring that into the space and you build relationships and you work with people and usebenza nabo as family, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I learned from Scoop too.
I was going to give you the you suck.
The brotherhood.
So give you the... Say what? Scoop did what?
Yeah, man. the beautiful story you told us, you told me outside about the picture with your pops. I just want the people to hear that.
Yeah, so the picture I posted on the gram, he asked to take that picture, and he's not that guy. I mean, if Mandela's coming to see you for your birthday, you know what I'm saying? Who's everybody else, But before I left, because I went to go see him just to say what's up and happy Father's Day, shout out to you. He's just like, yo, let's take a picture. And I was like, oh, cool. So we took that picture because he's proud now because it looks like a 360 for him where his friends can't believe that Robot Boii is his son type of thing.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it's like...
Do his friends want a picture with Robot Boii?
Yo, his friends call him and say, yo, my children this, my daughter's that, you know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so
man.
yeah, that's very amazing, man. Like...
That's so dope.
That
That's
is very
beautiful.
dope, dog.
That's proper dope.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. All right, so speaking to yourself as, okay, you've obviously multifaceted. You've spoken about you being a performer, going out to Namibia. Obviously, you do a lot of the content that's on a digital space. Have you ever considered doing the one-man show, the going on tour, the comedian route that most of them take?
So I got a Comedy Central award, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
First thing.
Sure.
That's the
Okay.
first thing I did. I was like, okay, look, if I want to come into this space, I need to kill it and just keep it moving because I don't want people to say, lentwana leo mafigizolo. So here's my award, nigga, rest. Do you get what I'm saying? So that whatever else I do with my comedy, I can make my own decisions because I've done the stages and the parkers and the Monte Casinos and the Go Reefs. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what the award was for?
The award was the inter-agency knockout.
Explain that.
So Comedy Central hosted an inter-agency knockout where there was comedians from different agencies because I used to work at Ogilvy and Mathers.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
We'll
okay.
get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what that was. And then like 10 comedians, you know what I'm saying, professional, non-professional, but they were like, yo guys, this thing happening. I was like, let's go try it. And then shout out to Donovan Goliath. Donovan Goliath was the guy assigned to me to just tell me about a few tips, how to do this, how to do that. Your first 5 minutes is important. Everybody got 5 minutes. And then I did that thing and I won that thing. I was like, oh, cool, dope. So the one-man show I did want to do, it's just the Rona, Bazi Sadas, which I still am going to do, but not that one-man show like comedy-wise. I want to include every one of my talents where...
Don't say it.
Okay.
Because these motherfuckers will bite it.
Yo, but they can't duplicate Robot.
I feel you, but they can duplicate whatever you're trying to do.
I got you.
Yeah. One thing you mustn't do is give out too much too early.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Would you go into acting? I would love to see you. I feel like you could be a great Scooty Snice or Vela P 2.0.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Popeye and spinach type of
I
vibe.
Shout
really.
out.
So, would you act? Have you
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
to
yeah.
castings and stuff like that?
I've only done a lot of adverts when it comes to casting.
Okay.
Like ATA, Coke,
Yeah.
1P.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only done, but like if the opportunity comes,
Sunset Magic is dying for
But-
you.
okay. Yo.
Or they are living, whichever one.
Also, I'd really want to like play myself if that's not too much to ask for. You know what
How?
I'm saying? No, as in like it'll be dope to pull up. As,
Remember
you know
Rhythm
what I'm
City
saying?
had the little times where they would invite a DJ to play themselves or an
Okay.
actor.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Okay.
guest appearance. Martin Lawrence also
You know what
used
I'm
to have
saying?
a
Yeah.
show.
But if Black Panther 2 says yo, then
Yo.
I'll pull up there like
You would have been
T'Chaka,
great
man.
for coming to America too. Like
I
a little
mean-
extra.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You would have been awesome there.
So that stuff, but that's the level we hit it for, man. Like movie level to the top.
Nah, okay, so you want to take it movie level or you do want to take it comedy level to the top, or is it zonke bonke wherever you can?
Zonke boke wherever I can.
Do you pray every day?
Yeah,
Which evening, night, middle of the day, in the car,
morning.
morning?
Yeah, and then during the day now and then.
Sure.
But yeah, morning. You can't start your day without that support, man.
Bible, do you read it every day?
I'm on the Bible app. I get the daily verse every day, but I don't go through the whole thing every day.
And
Not
do you
like
go
that.
to Sunday church every day, depending if you have a gig or not?
Because of the COVID stopped, everything went online, so it's about streaming now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Do you actually enjoy that? I'm saying this because I once found myself streaming and I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm feeling the energy, because sometimes you want to
Yeah,
be in
it's
church, you want to
different.
sing Nabazo
Fellowship,
Lad,
yeah, the
you
word.
want to be there feeling the energy,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
on TV it's just not the same.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's lockdown Bible party.
Lockdown Bible party.
No.
There's a concept. There's a concept for some pastors that are watching this. Lockdown Bible party.
There probably is already, America. Remember that alcohol church?
Bro.
That was crazy.
No, that's crazy. Okay, so
that was crazy.
Also tell us, since you are this multifaceted person, you also got the drip game on lock.
Clean.
And you have this thing.
He's literally wearing drip shoes as we speak.
I know, but I want to talk about his other sneakers. So he typically designs his own Nike sneakers.
Yeah,
where you
custom
you switch them around, you do all these funny things. How did that come about for you? Because that's also like you literally paying thousands for a shoe and then you're messing it up.
Dope messing it up. So I think like it's crazy, man. Like growing up, you know, you always want to be endorsed by this or get this brand or get this. And then 360 things come back to you where like I can actually create my own stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we have this thing where as a youngin, maybe you sub this to dress like them and be endorsed by them. And then you're like, nah, but if I'm the only one with this, then I'm the only one with this, and that's exclusive. So that's what happened. I've always wanted a deal with who or a deal with this, and then let's just create our own clothing label. Let's just create our own kicks. You know what I'm saying? So plain white Air Force Ones, and then Shoe Pimps SA does the things, man. And even Black Fab, shout out to those two guys. So I think that's what it is. It's not looking the same, you know. Back in the day, let me tell you a cool story. Ekasi, I used to wear Quicksilver, right?
Yeah.
Because that's Ngamla clothing.
Yeah.
That's
right?
what we used to wear in the
north.
north.
So Quicksilver is like Ngamla clothing. I used to wear that Ekasi because now everybody's in Edgar's, everybody's in Woolworths, everybody's, and I'm the only one in this here. So that's what it is. Don't like dress like everybody else.
Don't have to tell me that, dog.
Oh, come on, somebody. Boom.
Speaking of drip, let's talk about the chains on your neck. And I want to ask you about this because, again, it ties back to you being a spiritual person, to you being a giving person, to you being a light being, and how things just come to you. So talk about those two chains on your neck and who. First of all, the robot one, you know who did that, but talk to them about it.
Got you. So everybody knows Dr. Smile. If you don't know Dr. Smile, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But yeah, Dr. Smile, like famous celebrity dentist, got the super chair where if you sit on that chair, you have made it, right? And he does like jewelry for everybody. And it was that thing of one day I'll be there, you know what I mean? So when I was there, I was like, yo, Dr. Smile, I think I'm there, my nigga. I need a chain.
Sure.
So it's like, yeah, pull up, let's do a chain. What do you want? And then I custom made this, not for that public thing vibe, but for me, really, it was that thing of, Ntwana, like you've made it or keep pushing or you were able to reach a place where you thought you'd never make it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop and culture, jewelry is like that pinnacle of,
it's a medal.
I'm saying. So for me, it was like let me gift myself on my birthday with a custom chain that says, yo, you got this. And that's why the initials at the back, TGDSOY, trust God, don't sleep on yourself. I was like, okay, shout out. So every morning, Mangi Faga, and whenever I've got it on, it's that reminder, let's get it, And then this one was a gift.
That one is crazy. This one is crazy.
So this one is northwest, southeast because location.
Sila.
Right? Yo, Lebu Piri gave me this chain, bro.
Dog.
Lebu Piri, football international. He's back in the country. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
And he just saw this one and is like, yo, I see you about the chains. And I was like, yeah, not really, but it's just the only one. It's like, I got a lot of chains and I like chains too. I'll gift you one. And then he gave me this. So he was, I think, fresh from Paris or he came from France. I'm not sure which of the two countries. So that's what the chains are, man,
And just to elaborate on that story, the reason why I asked him about the chains, the first one I knew, but the second one, I saw him 2 weeks back at Konka. And we were chilling, coffee was playing. On the other side of the hall at Konka, there were just lines of just champagne bottles just coming in. And we were saying in our little section that, these politicians are going to have to answer because of the money they're spending here. Then this guy comes from that table on that side, comes to our table, and he's like, I'm like, you come from that side. And he says, yo, man, it's these footballers, man. They just came back in the country. I'm like, are you chilling with them? He's like, yeah, me and a couple of people are over there. I'm like, how do they reach out to you? He's like, well, he grew up with some of them. One of them. But then they also follow him from that side, because you can imagine when South Africans leave to go overseas, sometimes you don't get the gist of your country. Where you get the gist of your country is that internet Instagram Explorer. When you find him making the jokes about load shedding or whatever it might be. So there are a lot of internationals that are probably watching you and you don't even know it. So these dudes coming back home hit him up and they said, dude, we've got a bunch of money that is gonna last a long time.
Can we pop this thing?
Can you show us around?
In the cut too.
And I say that to say this, like a lot of kids don't understand how far being a good-hearted person gets you. You know, I can testify to that myself. Like a lot of shit that I had happen to my life wasn't because I'm smart or I outsmarted someone. It's just because I put a lot of energy in a good wave of energy to the world, and it comes back every time.
And I think also what people miss is the famous statement and influence. Everybody that's influential is famous, but not everybody that's famous.
Yeah, that's so
y'all are out here chasing the fame. Never that.
Never that.
There's people with numbers with no engagement.
That's so true. Like sometimes you'll see people who've got millions and then it's like
going to Insta Live and can't hold 200 people.
It's crazy.
Tricky.
NBA playoffs are being played right now. There's a kid, his name is Devin Booker. He was coached by Kobe Bryant before Kobe passed away. He has allowed the Phoenix Suns to see the first Eastern Conference Finals game. But he's been nice, you know, but he's been bubbling under. So his high school coach is like, the problem with a lot of people in the NBA is that their swagger lies on illusion and delusion. His swagger lies on the fact that he works fucking hard. And that's it.
That's all it is.
Put in the work, man.
Put in the work. Would you ever merchandise the necklaces and sell them?
Bro, Dr. Smile's pricing, I don't think so.
No,
you could do it with different jewelry.
No,
precious metals.
Bella, yours is the top tier, is the one. You know, but then obviously when you start duplicating, you go to like
actually
cheaper. You know,
there is something I'm trying to do. So when I write team, like I refer to my people as Team Robot, not fans or supporters. So Team Robot knows this already. Team Robot, let's see the emojis on the comment section. So team, the A in team is, instead of that stroke, it's the robot. I get it, you know, there's traffic. So I'm gonna do chains that are just the A and the robot across it.
Showcase.
Which is Team Robot, which is also the A team and A list and A.
But you also had a lot of merch and you haven't released it to us.
It's coming. I'm doing a collaboration actually with another brand.
Nice.
So we doing that.
Nice.
Merch is on its way.
It's about time.
Amazing.
Shout out, I've been supporting local, the whole time.
Okay.
So now it's
all right. So obviously you kicked off the interview with a little bit of a beatbox situation. Can you give us like your best impressions that you've ever done?
Okay, let's go.
I want to say, did I put him on the spot there?
I was wondering, are you going to say a verse? Are you going to say
no? I don't want a verse. I want an impersonation because I saw him doing it off camera. That's why I was like, we need this on.
Impersonation. Cool. So first of all, and bow. Swear to God. Y'all know what that is, right?
I'm lost.
You don't?
I'm lost. Wait, do it again.
Come on, Scoop. Come on.
It's Kevin Hart.
My bad.
I think Scoop just wants rap. Yes. So what I'm gonna do right here is that it's crazy how when I first saw Scoop, I just thought it's crazy how, you know what I mean?
Hope.
I mean, we're in the building right there. That's crazy. That song should be simple.
Lil Wayne intros when you start.
I even say that. Yeah, Young Mulu baby. Right. Let's keep it rap. I don't know who else. Right. So let me show you how to keep the dance rolling when you're doing that thing, bro. Right. You already know when I come through with flip mode, nigga.
Bussa.
Cool. Oh.
Bussa. Right. Cool. I think every other one is like actors and like film stars.
That's fine. Give it to us.
So Morgan Freeman. Yes. Once upon a time, there was a man. And this man had a voice of Morgan Freeman. And he had the Joker. Now, the Batman wants to kill all these other people. But I am the Joker. I have a little fear for a guy called Bane. Theatricalities and deception.
That is crazy.
Wow.
For the people that are listening to my voice. But I guess the POPcast radio shall endure.
Yo.
That is
How many areas of your throat do you use for different people?
It depends on the decision.
Sometimes it's stomach, sometimes it's throat, sometimes it's diaphragm.
Yeah, sometimes it's like the tone and like.
Do you sit and watch like their videos and then try and get it in?
Not really try. It's this weird thing where I like, if I've watched it enough, I can already in my head tell that, oh, this
That's
is
a
a cool
part I
voice.
use, yeah.
That's
Yeah, like-
crazy.
You have the most insane inbred talent I have ever seen. Jamie Foxx, dope. Maybe there's other people there. Maybe they're not famous. But in terms of my eyes resting on somebody, I've never seen someone that has been like dumped with so much talent, dog. Like, you are talented.
It's the rap, it's the
Thank you,
comedy,
bro.
it's the MCing, the acting. There is the impersonate. Well, I guess that's the acting. I guess.
Yeah.
What else did I didn't mention? The beatboxing,
Drumming, instruments.
the drumming.
I mean,
when I said I worked at Ogilvy and Mathers, I
Yeah.
was like a junior art director. So it's the Photoshop, the editing, the photography.
You got
the-
that too.
Wow!
Yeah,
So you don't have
so-
to pay people for that.
Nah, yo,
Yo, I graphic designers
Yeah, one of
sometimes
my-
take too long. That's why.
cool.
on my gram, most of the Photoshop pictures I post is myself. And sometimes when people are like, "Oh, we can't do a poster for this gig," or I'm like, let me do my own poster. Or sometimes they use the wrong image, I make my own image. Like,
Tory Lanez.
there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Also, it's knowledge, guys. Like, I can't pull up out here and the guys like, "Yo, take off your cap because we can't see your face." Yo, open the iris on the camera and give me 31s on the floor to face me. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, guys, the better you can become.
Yeah, I'm inspired by you, bro. I really am.
Thank
I
you,
love
bro.
you, and I'm really
know the
inspired
same,
by you,
man.
for real.
Like,
Where
in
do
the
you
cut.
see Where do you see Robot Boii in the next 5 years?
Yeah. You know why I'm saying yo? Because I would have answered that question. Now the Rona's just like, all right, none of y'all got your plans on
Okay,
like.
yeah, but now
But I just
things are
mean-
opening up sooner or later.
I just see myself like doing what I'm doing now, just on bigger scales. Because that's all it is. You know, I was the best hip hop dancer in my high school. So everything I'm experiencing now, I experienced in high school, just in the four walls.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
kinda
I walk
prepared you
past the
for fame
class
as
and it's
well.
like, Mzee. I get on stage like, you know, people are like, yo, are you dancing at the fashion show? Because if you're not dancing, I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just waiting for our performance at the fashion show. So it's like the experience of being loved and getting that thing, and because of what you do, that high school is now on a bigger scale. So even like now, South into the country, the globe, the world, yabo, that type of stuff. So
I think it also prepared you for fame. A lot of people might not had that, like, oh, when you high school character. It builds your character as a famous dude. Yeah,
character will sustain where your talent takes you. A lot of people have talent and it takes them to a place where they crumble and fall because they don't have character.
sure.
So seek character.
Showcase.
All right, so we are gonna jump into our game segment.
Yeah,
of the
let's do
show. Even though
games have begun.
even though we had a little bit of a preview with the
Yeah.
beatbox, I mean the impersonations. I want to know from you
Yeah.
who said this. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a lyric.
Oh, this is the general knowledge stuff.
No, not general.
No,
Just music.
no,
Because
it's music.
school guys,
No.
even my maths, it wasn't pure. It was lit.
Wow.
Right? Come on. Anyone?
Come
No
on.
one? Okay.
And you guys are laughing at me. Come on.
King.
Okay, so we're gonna go to. I'm gonna give you a lyric from a song, and then you must tell me who the artist is.
Cool.
Scoop's also gonna try and help you because he doesn't have it either. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so like pimping the system, I'm telling you, son, no more hunger.
The goat. Kuli Chana.
Gave that away, but
I
it
mean,
helps.
Yeah, I have to give you an easy one.
Yeah.
Before we get to the tough ones.
Yeah.
Okay, the stadium is sold out. The merchandise is sold out. I did it all in 2 weeks. I did it with no rollout.
I I actually don't remember where that's from.
Is
but
that an
it
SA
sounds like
artist?
South African
it sounds like
artist.
Nyovest.
No, close, but it's not in your vest.
How is
Who else had
Who else is close to your vest?
with merch? Ricky.
No.
No, but when you said merch, so slightly because the stadium is
The stadium is sold out. The merchandise is sold out. I did it all in 2 weeks. I did it with no rollout.
Yo, if this person is lying, Zotuna Manga.
the thing
on
is,
air,
she said
ubani,
close
yo?
to your vest. I don't know anybody that's close to your vest besides Mega.
Mega. I win.
Not close as in relationship,
Yeah.
but close as to having a level of having merchandise.
So wait,
Who could it be?
An affiliate of Casper's.
you said is it
Nadia
Major
Nakai.
League?
Yeah.
There you go.
The merchandise did sell out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Praga, shout out.
It's another thing how sexist we are in our thinking because
Yeah.
we weren't thinking a lady.
Exactly. You
We
were only thinking
dudes.
about the
we
chance.
got a long way to go, but we are honest about it.
Yeah, guys.
All right, the last one. Got the ice around my neck, so a nigga be booling. You know that I'm.
Is that robot?
Nope.
What? No,
Ice around your
I
neck.
got the ice. But I didn't really.
And the sound effects.
I'll give you a clue. Somebody in new school.
New school.
Lucas raps.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, on the man. There's another
Big
part
time
missing. I would have
slap.
got that.
My bad.
Oh, okay. Psst, I was reading what I was given. Okay, so
Nigga, just listen. Listen different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucas
that's
raps.
it.
okay, so it's your turn now to switch it on us. I'm gonna give you a timer here. You've got 30 seconds to explain what's on the card, and
Okay,
we have
cool.
to guess. No.
I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. 30 seconds is now.
Lucas raps his boy Blackie.
Yeah.
Name of the album.
Before now.
Thank you. PH and
Shimza.
yes. Okay. Yasho, the artist Yasho.
Stilo, young
His
Stilo.
young brother?
Young Stilo.
Yes. Cool. The page that drops a lot of content from SA.
Which one?
This is a what?
Gem Ellie.
It's a corner.
Gem Ellie.
Creative corner, man.
Gem Ellie.
Yo, that's 3 out of 4. That's a pass mark,
I
right?
scoop
Yes,
Mdala.
yes.
Gem
Oh, yeah.
Ellie.
Oh, dog.
Nah, creative corner. I just didn't know how I was gonna get to creative corner. And I wanted to say Stilo Makulita, but Stilo's on here. So
Yeah. No, we
Shout
got
out.
that one though.
3 out of 4.
Shout outs,
best.
shout outs. All right, thank you so much for joining us today on
Thank
Pop
you.
Radio.
I appreciate
We're
it.
quite
Appreciate
keen
it,
to see how you take this thing to next heights. It's mind blowing how many things you've got under your belt and how much more is probably going to come out because I have a feeling you're hiding things that you haven't showed us today.
It's all about learning, man. Treat everything like a sponge. A sponge doesn't ask, is this milk, water, juice? It absorbs. Absorb what you can and do with what you don't.
Hey, you definitely Mzwakhe Mbuli's son. Yo!
in terms of the first, I mean, in terms of women, dog, how do you control the DMs and the women in now that you're famous?
How do you control?
Yeah, like how do you
How do
you maneuver yourself with the panties being thrown because now you're famous and you have famous
Wow.
friends?
The thing is, you must always, like, the same way you wouldn't, like, this question is hard, bro.
It is hard because it's true.
Thing is,
Do you have DMs? Let's start there.
yes.
Okay,
Of course
a lot
he
of them.
does.
So what do you do with them?
Nah, just like, guys, don't rock everywhere all the time.
But you must double check because what if they're
Yeah,
not
so
there?
so
Do you have a girlfriend?
I had a girlfriend.
Sure. She left you now when you're famous?
Did you leave her?
So here's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Like what you guys are saying. The studio's backing out now. So, guys, here's what happened, right? When you're trying to build this thing and this brand and the understanding of you're not second to my work, I'm putting you first. But sometimes in the space, I'll have to do this first and then you don't even have to come second ever. But she just felt like I'm not giving time.
How
that
long were
much
you with her?
time. Like almost 2 years.
Yo,
Oh.
that's a long time.
Yeah, but also she saw you on the come up. Like it's not like it's something that happened yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? So with the time, like, and also with the trying thing, like, no one ever has time. Fact,
Yeah.
you make time. So I'd make time for my family because even moms doesn't see me. My sisters don't see me. So I make time for everybody, including her. And the one time she used that, like, to try and make time for her, she's like, no, sometimes you need to see your family more. And in essence, she just wanted me to see her more, but she used the family thing, you know. So all this stuff, like when I'm putting in the time and I don't get the appreciation for that time I'm putting in, I'm gonna shut down.
So you dumped her.
I said, yo.
So you left it.
Yes, yeah, because like I'm trying to build, and sometimes the understanding, you know.
Yeah, you need someone who can understand how to make them sacrifices very early.
But she's very dope. No harm, no hate.
Good.
All right. So, like I mentioned, hopefully we'll be able to see more of you, and you'll be pulling out more, more tricks out of your heads. And yeah, man, we're supporting you 1000%, and we're keen to see what else you got.
Shout out, much love. I'm gonna take the country to the top.
Thank you, Pa.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
Clean.
Man, what an awesome interview. What a dope energy coming through from Robot Boii, man.
Yep.
Shout outs to you also for suggesting it, because I think at the time when you asked him to come through, I was like, oh, actually, I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah,
but
right.
Interesting to bring him through. Yeah. It's
nice for us to, and we always talk about this. We relay this message on the POPcast, and I think POPradio is like a nice way for us to get onto other terrains, So shout outs for even having the team being like, yo, we should do that actually. Because there's a lot of dope people, but I think those dope people have done 300 interviews.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of new people and they haven't even done 3 yet.
Yes.
And everyone's just looking at the same place. So it's nice to get these new bursts of energy and insights into the game.
Yeah, man. Shout outs, man. And of course, if you learned anything about Robot Boii today, is that zonke bonke uyabangena, location everywhere.
Ula.
Not sila, zonke bonke.
Omnipresence.
Yes,
because he's godly.
But I think that's so dope about him, and I guess that's what makes him being the Robot Boii that he is. So shout outs to him. Shout outs to you for watching. Please keep on subscribing, keep on liking, keep on turning on those notifications for our channel. And of course, we will be back again next week.
You know it.